You know, right now the exciting part to me is, okay, we've got the main ingredients, I think the foundation to be good. Now can we put it together? And that's always intriguing. That's kind of what keeps you going, driving you.
When you look at everything involved in athletics, everything that is ranked, ACC comes out number one.
You take football, we've led the country in graduation rates 7 of the last 8 years. So you know, the balance of academics and athletics in this league continues to be extraordinarily good relative to other conferences.
So back to where we started. Looks like the ACC is in pretty good shape.
Well, I think we're in great shape. I really do. And you have to go out and compete, and you have to win games. Nobody hands you those things on a silver platter, but we're extremely well positioned from a business standpoint. So there's just a great deal of opportunity in front of us as we become a 15-member league.
John, it's always great to sit with you.
Good to sit with you, Tim.
Always great to talk with you.
And I had a chance to sit down in the back locker room with Randy Whitman.
You know, when I took over, you know, we talked with Ted and Ernie of we need to do this the right way, and we needed to decide which young guys we wanted to move forward with and then build around them.
And we sat down with the 20-year-old Bradley Emmanuel Beal. Don't let his cool demeanor fool you. Even Bradley Beal has the pre-playoff jitters.
Definitely a lot of anxiety, nerves, and everything kicking in, man. But at the same time, it should be exciting. It should be fun.
The fun starts Sunday when the Wizards and Bulls tip off the best-of-7 series in front of a hostile crowd in Chicago.
We know for sure we got to get one of these two. And I mean, I think talking to the vets, they always say once you get the first one, the other team kind of gets a little tense. So hopefully we can come in, man, and ignore the atmosphere.
Any NBA veteran will tell you playoff basketball is different. The fouls are harder, the crowds are louder, and the pressure can be unbearable.
I actually like pressure. It's something I always embraced.
This is when the Wizards beat the Bulls in the 05 playoffs. I just want to get your reaction. How intense and crazy the crowd is. What does that do in terms of getting you excited for this season?
That's very exciting. Like, I never seen the Rollins City this packed unless we was playing like the Lakers or Heat.
This year, some Eastern Conference heavyweights are getting most of the attention, but Walt doesn't mind.
We low-key, pretty quiet. Nobody know about us. But I think one thing a lot of teams is not surprised about us no more.
Well, you've got something like 2 million people languishing in prison at enormous cost to the taxpayer. You've got enormous expense with customs officers, with police.
Joined now by Mike Tirico, who will call the action Friday night. Truly one of the most versatile guys in this business. A great guy and a good friend. Mike, thanks for joining us.
It's good to be back with you, pal. This is like old days doing college football. It's so good to see you.
This is like old days.
It's a nice night to hit some balls at the T-Box driving range in New Richmond. But the talk in this town tonight isn't about these types of shots. It's about the shot a village council member is accused of taking.
I think it's ridiculous that he would, kill his neighbor's pet if he knew, in fact, that it was his neighbor's dog for this instance.
Richard McKinley has been making decisions on this village council for about 20 years. But this police report indicates McKinley allegedly made a deadly decision Wednesday. McKinley is accused of shooting his neighbor's dog with a rifle, killing the dog. And then police say he hid the weapon. Investigators believe the motive was anger. It all happened near McKinley's picturesque home that also serves as his gun dealership. His wife could be seen out feeding dozens of hungry deer tonight. McKinley wasn't home, and Mrs. McKinley did not want to comment. And the dog's owner doesn't want to go on camera. She says she's just too afraid. She's had one dog shot and killed already, but she says she has 2 other dogs. Both have been missing since January. She fears they've met a similar fate and says her kids are just distraught over losing their pets.
I mean, if the other dogs are definitely missing, I think they should definitely look into it, see if in fact he did kill the first dog or the one recently, and possibly pursue and see if he's involved with the other 2 missing dogs.
Some of McKinley's neighbors say this is the only dog to shoot at in New Richmond, not people's pets. Sean Lay, Channel 9 News.
And a lot of those breakdowns had nothing to do with the Dallas Cowboys last night. The Redskins are proving to be their own biggest rival.
We found the enemy. It's us.
In need of some serious self-evaluation.
Right now, we need to get out of our own way.
Whether it be profound,
we gotta accept our destiny right now and do something about it to change it.
Or more to the point.
It sucks.
It sucks, you know what I mean?
It sucks.
The Redskins are digesting their latest disappointment in Big D.
In order to win on the road, you have to play a complete game.
And that they did not do. While the defense held Dallas somewhat in check and the offense outgained its Cowboy counterparts, the Redskins' special teams were anything but, yielding 2 huge returns that swung this game.
It's unfortunate because that's what we tried to address in the bye week. We did. We know what we're doing. We know what we're trying to do. It's not the scheme.
As a team, we're not playing very well in that phase of the game. We haven't all year, so.
Remember that momentum heading into the bye week? It is gone. And thanks to last night's clunker, the Redskins have just one win, now more than a month into the season. They appear to be going nowhere fast, with the Bears coming to town on Sunday.
We're the defending NFC's champs, and we're sitting here at 1-4 right now. So we have to, take that medicine and move on to the next week, learn from it, and don't let it put us in the tank.
The Redskins had 12 penalties last night, 2 turnovers, gave up 225 yards on special teams, and RG3 had a quarterback rating of 58.
Flashing a big smile, saying he felt great and happy to be back on a golf course, Tiger Woods teed off this morning in what amounts to a practice round for the Quicken Loans National, which begins officially tomorrow. It's been a long 3 months for Tiger, who has fought his way back from surgery to ease a pinched nerve in his back. He played a full 18 holes today, testing out the course and seeing where his game is.
It's a little bit rusty, and I got knocked off some rust, and really managed my game around this golf course. This golf course is playing tough, and the guys aren't going to go real low here. So I just got to keep it in front of me, and obviously put the ball in the right spots on his green.
Gio Gonzalez is known as a jokester on the Nationals roster, but he's learned some very serious lessons.
You mature quickly, putting the past behind us. This year I came in, focused, strong, ready to go. I want to go out there and compete at the top of the level.
Gio Gonzalez has already competed for and captured one of the game's top honors. In 2012, Gonzalez won the Warren Spahn Award, given annually to the best left-handed pitcher.
I think it was chemistry. Chemistry is huge in baseball and huge in any sport. For us, we had great chemistry. We just got along right off the bat.
Shortly after, Gonzalez once again made headlines. Not the kind he wanted. Gonzalez was initially listed in baseball's biogenesis scandal, but was quickly exonerated of any wrongdoing.
At the end of the day, you know in your heart what the right thing was. You go about your business. Always been a guy who's been about his business.
Gonzalez is now focused on sharpening his fundamentals, but there's one thing from the past he won't soon forget.
Last year, my biggest problem was getting over at first base. And I had an incident where it was the one-hitter against the Mets. If I didn't get over, if Rochi would have caught that ball and I would have never gotten over, that would have made me look really bad. So that plays in the back of your head over and over.
Unlike last year, there's no World Series or bust mantra, and Gonzalez explained why.
I don't think there's any pressure on anyone this year. We're not going to be perfect. I'm not going to say we're going to go undefeated throughout the year, but we're going to definitely strive for it.
Our distribution hours start at 7:30 in the morning, and we have agencies here at 7:15 ready to pick up their order.
So what do we have in here?
We have a group of middle school students from Roughing Montessori School.
Some of the hundreds of volunteers who help staff the Cleveland Food Bank.
We have 22,000 donors that give us $5, $10, $20. It's truly a collaborative effort.
But now they may need people to give a little more.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture has changed the allocation of funds to the state of Ohio, and in the next 3 months, it'll be cut $25,000 a month.
The food bank serves up food and household items to more than 400 agencies in Northeast Ohio. One of those agencies is the Zion United Church of Christ here on West 14th Street in Cleveland. And although they only have about 70 members here, those members serve more than 100 needy people every Saturday night. Joyce Morris picked up her supply from the food bank today, and starting today, she'll have to pay a little more.
Oh, it's going to hurt. Yeah, I'd look for some of them to have to close.
Agencies that get items from the food bank will now have to pay anywhere from $20 up to $100 more a month.
And we do other things besides just provide that meal. We give them things to take home. There's a vast need for paper products, female hygiene products, toilet paper, because you can't get those with food stamps.
Yogurt and produce will still be free to the agencies because the USDA provides them to the food bank free of charge. But other products which were free will now be sold anywhere from 4 to 14 cents per pound.
Our job is to gather support from the community to keep the cost down as low as possible for the member agencies, and we will die trying.
For many tonight, the drive home began with a snow-covered car. And quite a workout getting your ride road ready. But actually getting on the road felt like going the wrong way. The on-ramps slushy, the off-ramps a snail's pace. And I-75 was packed and barely crawling heading in and out of the city. The salt trucks were plowing against time, but even they got lost in all the slow traffic. Sure, if you stop to look, the snow was gorgeous, but remains hazardous.
Ambulance 12 for respondent 6740 River Road between Elko and Lurleen Place for traffic accident.
They were coming home from work.
In fact, tonight's commute was painful for Marie Stockhoff's daughter Rebecca and son-in-law Mike.
Mike's on the stretcher, his neck's numb, his head's paining, and my daughter also hit her head.
Their car was rear-ended on River Road. It's no wonder. Just look at how rough River Road is tonight. And drivers should be giving each other plenty of room.
She was only driving 40 and she seen the lady turn her turn signal on, so she was slowing down to stop, and I guess the other car behind them didn't realize that.
Dispatch it out 1810.
Meantime, how'd you like to have Craig Hampton and Willie Smith job?
Oh, not too bad. A little cold out here, but it's all right.
They're spreading salt by hand downtown so folks won't slip heading to work in the morning. But things sure are slippery tonight. Sean Lay, 9 News.